Hello guys, hi, how are you doing? Nafe here from PTE Melbourne English Training Institute. So I thought today I'll give you some tips about speaking. So first of all, before we begin, there are two types of exam in the world basically. One is the IQ level exam and one is the standardized test exam. So in an IQ level exam, you cannot improve your performance because that depends upon how much of a genius you are. But in standardized exam like the GRE, GMAT or PD or even so IELTS exam, you can improve your performance by practice because that is what is being measured. So if somebody is thinking that they cannot improve their PD at all or that's beyond their scope, I don't think so. I think they're not getting the right training. Probably they should switch off to a different training. On the other hand, when it's talking about speaking, because I get a lot of queries from my students through emails, through Facebook, my Facebook page, that they are not feeling that much confident in speaking. So I'm going to tell you one thing very clearly. In speaking, three things are being basically judged. Number one, your oral fluency. Number two, your pronunciation. And number three, the content. These three things make up the grading pattern for the PTE exam. Now, when you divide these things down into subcategories, you see that on number one, when we have oral fluency, that accounts for only 40%. Pronunciation also accounts for 40%. But it is surprising to see that the content only accounts for 20%. Now, why is that the case? I'm going to refer to my first thing that I've said to you again, is that this is a speaking exam. This is not an analytical exam. They're not analyzing that whether you're a smart kid or you're not a smart kid. So therefore, what they want to see is that suppose you're getting the PTE exam for your immigration purposes. They want to see that can you contribute to the Australian society? Can you mix with the Australian society? Can you do a better job? Can you understand? Can you communicate? And when you are giving the PTE exam for your education purposes, they want to see that can you sit in a uni. Suppose you get admission to Melbourne Uni or RMIT, for example, for sake of argument. Can you understand the lecture slides? Can you read through it? Can you understand what he's saying? Can you make sense? Or can you communicate with your teacher, your tutors, or your fellow students? Because everything is supposed to be in English. So it is a grading pattern to judge that how good you are in your English. So therefore, content is not very important, but more important is oral fluency and pronunciation, because they determine that can you communicate in English or not. So guys, if somebody is coaching you in the wrong way, you better take a step back, analyze yourself, use common sense, and try to follow the tips and techniques that actually benefit you in PTE. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/PTE Melbourne, where we put a lot of tips and tricks. You're more than welcome to share. I mean, whatever we do in our class or whatever I do with my students individually, one-to-one, I tend to put as much as I can on the Facebook page so that people who come from unfortunate backgrounds can benefit from it. Now, what you can do is that you can share this video as much as you can, and this will help. This is something giving back to the community. For students who cannot afford to give so much fees for PTE, they can benefit for free. If you want further help, you can always contact us. We can arrange some classes and help you out further on. And inshallah, everybody's going to get a wonderful grade in PTE. So in the meantime, have a lovely day. Thank you.